What's up? This is Just The Empress. I'm sitting here chilling with DJ Pest. You can find him on everybodyhatespest.com.
I'm chilling with Just The Empress. Hi, Just. This is
Hello.
going to be awkward because...
Always, because I'm just awkward.
It's not because of you. It's probably because of me because we just know each other too much.
True.
I don't know when to take you serious and you don't know when to take me serious. But this is like my new... I don't know what this is. I got a podcast called Everybody Hates My Show. This isn't that. This is just like maybe 5 random questions that I think people are going to want to know. You know, a lot of people see you on social media and they get one thing from you.
Yeah.
But they get from these pictures you drop is not you.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some things that annoy you, and I think we're going to talk about them. So
Is there something specific that you know that annoys me?
Well, it's something. Yeah, it's something that I know annoys you, but I think I'm going to let you. I'm going to ask the question and then let you answer because I already know the answer, but I want you to tell the people that's watching this the answer. So, my first question is, and these are very random. We didn't talk about this.
No, we didn't, so I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to ask you anything that's going to start drama or anything. Well, it might, just depend on the answer. Okay, so, what are some of your biggest pet peeves with artists in your community?
I have pet peeves with artists. Yes, I do. The ones that like to send me a message saying, hey, can you find a beat and do a hook on it in a verse and then send it to me so I can put you on my tape? Like, that irks me. Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what sense does that make? You text me, ask me to give you a beat for me to hook it and verse it and then send it back to you to put on your project. Y'all just tell me what sense that makes.
So, is that your only pet peeve?
No, that's just one that sticks out big time.
Give me another. What's another pet peeve?
Is there one that I always talk about or something?
That was one of them. No. If I don't get it out, it's perfectly it's okay. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, yeah. And then to just bounce off of that one, asking to collab all the time, whether they don't even know who I am. Like, they don't know who I am, never heard a song, and they'll just see a little video snip of me, like, let's collab.
Why do you think that is, though?
I really don't know. Maybe because I'm associated with you. Female, I really don't know. But I just feel like if I had, $1 for every time somebody asked me to collab, I wouldn't even need to rap or make music anymore. For real, like, it's that serious. So on all platforms, I just be like, talk to Pest.
So what will make you want to do a song with somebody? How can somebody get a feature from Just The Empress?
I look for passion. I really want to see that people are putting in the hard work to make music. Like, not everything's going to be 100%, oh, everybody's going to like it, or I might not like one song, I might like another, or I might just like your vibe. But it's really passion, and you got to put some kind of quality and invest a little bit behind it. You got to show me that you're working. I really am drawn to that. Like, that's the main thing, and then I'll judge your music from there. And hopefully I can help you, pull out something different so we can kind of like work together and both sound amazing on the track. But yeah, I look for passion, and really not that many people approach me with much passion or confidence either. And it kind of like deters me from wanting to do something. So I'm just like, all right, I'm going to just chill and see a couple months from now if they still want it. Most of the time they don't be on it.
Okay, so I've been seeing online with you being an underground artist.
Mm-hmm.
I see it online with... I think I've seen you discuss it,
Mm-hmm.
but I see a lot of other artists discuss it. When do you think is the appropriate time for an artist to charge for a feature?
Oh, that's a good one. I think it's appropriate time for artists to charge if this artist is, trying to make it to the next level. So they're putting their music on platforms, they're paying for music videos, they're doing photo shoots, they're doing all this stuff to build their brand, their image. And then you have somebody that's not really doing that much, but maybe you like their style, or you like, what they're trying to do. Okay, at this point, I know that I'm using the money and the time to invest and do the right thing. So are you willing to, invest in yourself? Because I'm just going to use that money, to help push our project, help push our song, whatever we're doing. Like, I'm not just going to pocket it. Like, hell, thanks for the $250. I'm going to use it towards, what's going to make it work for us. So I feel like as long as people have like the right mindset when it comes to charging and asking for features and stuff like that, it's cool. And then friends, on the other hand, like sometimes I'm more lenient with friends, just because I wanted to make a song with them. It's like mutual agreement type thing, and but it's necessary to get that money because that just shows that you're serious. And that's just from, you know, me doing it.
So are there artists that say they charging? What makes you say like they tripping, or what makes you say they deserve it? Like, because I get what you're saying. You're saying that that money is an investment and it goes towards the studio time and it goes towards promotion and stuff like that. But there are artists out there that are just asking for prices. And do you ever see that as like, why are you asking for a price? You got more work to do, or
Yeah, that's mainly if they're asking for prices. I'm just like, well, one, you're not even working on your music. You're not working on your craft. Like, you're not promoting yourself on a daily basis because, I mean, that's important. Like, nobody's going to promote you more than yourself. So, if I don't see you promoting yourself and you always just talking about the wrong shit and just doing the wrong stuff and just, no. That vibe alone just deters me. And I just like, they don't need the money. They obviously are worried about other stuff and other things. So, it's like, that's kind of what I look at. That's it. The passion.
What's a good feature price?
Um, Starting out as an upcoming artist, I think between 50 and like 150, and that's like her verses and hooks, because sometimes hooks you can make those like quick, you know, depending on what type of artist you are, and that's like, you know, I think it's worth more, but it's still at the same time it's like it doesn't take much of your time. Or pose a verse 16, it's a little bit more longer, you know, you might want to up the price, but just kind of depending on the work and the quality or how fast you want to do it, or if this what kind of project's going to be on, that's kind of how I would gauge like a price. But keep it low. Like, you don't want to, you know, people understand like you're a quality artist, or, you know, you have a lot to offer, but don't like try to take people's money, like especially if you know that you got to do some things to work on. You got some things to work on too. Like, I'm not by any means saying that I'm better at anybody, you know, marketing wise and things like that, but I'm just saying like my goal and what I be having you know, the thought process behind it all is, you know, the money is needed, you know. So
Are there? I don't want to ask the generic,
mm-hmm.
obvious, dumb questions like what inspires you, who
Yeah.
inspires you.
Yeah.
But are there any? I think I want to ask this question in two different forms. Because you are a female, and females do have a harder time getting out versus a guy. We all have our different reasons. So the first question I wrote down was, do you pay attention to any other female artists out here in Arizona? And if so, but I think you're a little bit more versatile than that, so I'm not going to narrow you down to a box. So I'm going to ask, do you pay attention to other artists in Arizona other than yourself, male or female?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always, like I said, I'm attracted to the passion. If I see other artists like working hard towards like a similar goal, like I'm automatically attracted to them. I'm going to like their posts, comment on them. I'll even share their music. A lot of times.
Who specifically?
Who specifically? I can name some people. Support wise, I just met this girl, Lex Just Do It. I was looking at her music before I even really started like making music. I saw her kind of on platforms. And I was like, okay, she got a nice vibe, and she from Philly, so I was like, okay, somebody that's not, you know, from here and pushing their music. And I saw she had a nice following, good platform, and so I, you know, reached out to her a couple of times. We didn't really connect right away, but I met her again along the way, and I just felt like, okay, that was good. I'm glad I at least reached out. She knew who I was since I walked in the door. That's a good artist to like make relationships with, network with. She seemed like she had her head like, you know, on the same level as me, so I was really cool with that. I really like when it comes to guys, there's a couple people that stick out that I hang out with, like King Squad. So Zay Stone, Timberwolf Bleeds, like, I don't know, there's some creatives. Like, I hang around them a lot, and I feel like we make really good music together, we vibe together, and we have like a good relationship. I really don't hang out with many people, but they support. Like, they come to any show, any event I have. I never like had to beg them or anything. They just show up effortlessly. So that type of thing drew me to their music, listen to their music. I share their music all the time, and it's good music. So I think a lot of times having that personal touch draws me to artists more. I can name like PK the Poet. He'll do things for me. I randomly text him, ask him to do something. He'll show up, pull up, show love no matter what. Let's think who else. I can name Dre True, Kies, always show love, Crazy show love, Esau show love, Zeus Marley Park show love, LRTK show love. Like it's a lot of different artists that really are consistent with supporting me, and I can go in my phone right now and just go down. And so yeah, I think it's important as an upcoming artist to connect with local artists, listen to local artists, and share them. And regardless, like I said, there's times where I'll share their music and they won't share mine, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. Or they'll tell me in the inbox like it's really dope, but they won't share it. So I'll just be like, that's cool. I'll keep that same energy. I'll keep my same energy. I already shared your stuff. If I like it, I'm going to continue to share it. I'm not, no hard feelings. It is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of, in a nutshell.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Who in your phone book?
Mm-hmm.
Not somebody that you follow on Instagram that you have no tangible relationship with. Can't call them. Who in your phone book gives you the most inspiration?
What do you mean I can't call them? Like,
well, I'm not gonna say something like Diddy. You can't. I mean, of course, Diddy may inspire you, mm-hmm. but you at this current moment today, you can't call Diddy. Diddy's not somebody you can text and be like, yo, that was good what you did today.
Right.
So who in your phone book? Who do you see on a day-to-day basis? Who are you around that inspires you the most?
It's not that hard. The first person that comes in my brain is you, to be honest. Mainly because just the way you move as a man, a businessman, entrepreneur, like you stay motivated in your own way, and people see that and they're drawn to it. Like people hold your word like to a high standard, and so when I see other people doing that and you're directly working with me on a day-to-day basis, even though we don't talk every single day about every single thing, like I have to make sure that I follow a certain I don't even know how to put it. Just being associated with you makes me better. Put it like that. It makes me better. And I feel like that all the time. And in the back of my head, I'll be doing something. I always think about, would he do this, or would he say this, or would he stop me from doing this? Or I'll just call you and be like, hey, this is what's up. Like, what do you think? And I really appreciate like the feedback, the encouragement, and, the no bullshit and the no sugarcoating that, that you offer. And not a lot of people do that. And I like sometimes catch myself begging for feedback just because I want to be better. Or I want, to build off of it. But I don't have to do that with you. Automatically give it to me and I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to work off of this. And yeah, that inspiration is definitely DJ Pest. There's a couple other people, but family-wise more than anything, just because they've always been there to support. But when it comes to like a public figure like you, that's how I move. Like DJ Pest is my inspiration on a daily basis. Period.
Did not expect that as an answer. Mm-hmm. I more than appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I'm freaking humble. But yeah. Okay, so we move on from that.
Yeah, you got to give yourself some more credit for sure. Like you inspire a lot of people around here. A lot of people just come up to me about you. Like they know I do work, but they're like, oh no, I see you with DJ Pest. Like that's what I hear more than anything. And then they're like, yeah, I seen he promoted you and I heard your music through you most of the time. Like I'm not from here, and you've been on this music scene way longer than I have out here, so I take that and I run with it, and I use that as my crutch. 100%.
All right, well, okay. Well, I only have one question left, but I want to spur off into a whole different set of questions.
Let's do it.
How do you feel about the Billboard saying Power 98.3 does not support Arizona hip hop?
I'm glad you asked that. One, I just feel like it was just like to get people's attention more than anything, whether it was negative or positive. It was just to get the attention of listeners, other artists, promoters, DJs. It was really to get their attention, whether they come to the hip hop fest in a couple weeks or not. It's just showing that music is starting to run Arizona. Like why post the billboard, whether there's other ways to get your point across, and that was just like a big like in your face type thing. Honestly, we like to put hip hop, we like to categorize it. So that's the thing, and I feel like that station in general is more it's all genres. It's all genres, and I'm sure there has been some hip hop, plenty of hip hop played on it. Like just from like reading through the comments and stuff, and going looking through the history, like they play hip hop. Um, I think we just expect more, as artists or as promoters. We just expect like, oh, just because we think something's hot, about to blow up, we expect other people to just be riding that way. But that's not even normal. Like, it's not gonna happen like that. If that was the case, then everybody would be on the same shit, doing the same shit. Everybody be, blown up. But yeah, like, I don't know. It didn't intimidate me none. I would still send 98.3 one of my songs and say, hey, is this something that you feel like you'll play on your radio? Like, it didn't sway my view of them or anything like that. Yeah.
Do you like hip hop showcases?
I do.
Why?
I love them, actually. I don't know why people are so like, ugh. I just like maybe the networking aspect of it more than anything, because I love meeting new people, and that practice you get on the stage, and performing. Like, I don't know how other artists feel, but I want to be, a great performer. Like, I want to be the greatest performer. I want to be like, oh, I can't wait to go see Empress. What is she going to do on the stage this time, So I practice and I do these hip hop showcases, whether I'm getting paid or not, just for myself, like to get out there, exposure, meet new people, and get that practice in. Changing it up. I don't try not to do the same thing every show. Just, to be better prepared for bigger stages. Because I know there's some artists that are big now and they're like, I never performed, more than 10. I was just like, why not prep myself, because I know that I want to perform in front of thousands of people. Why not prep myself now, try to get that comfortability, so when it is time, I won't be, scared.
Do you feel, though, that it's oversaturated, or do you feel like it's promoters taking abuse, or it's just all happy-go-lucky?
I would say it's kind of the middle. It just depends on the intentions most of the time. Like, if the promoters and stuff are trying to help the artists, get out there, most of the time, I don't feel like they are, because they're always trying to charge you $50, $100 just to perform for 6 minutes in front of each other. At this point, I was just like, if I perform, it's going to be, for free and just for myself. Because artists spend a lot of money just trying to develop their music. So it's just like, why can't you be that promoter that's helping them out, pushing them, getting in front of other people, having this collectiveness, so they can meet a new person to shoot a better video for them, so they can meet another engineer that has better quality mixing and mastering, so they can find somebody to help them make their beats. Like, that's how I look at it more than anything. And I don't think it's oversaturated. I just people need to take more advantage of it. A lot of people are like, we need to have this and that. I'm like, there's something to do almost every freaking day of the week. Something, whether it's with hip hop, rap, poetry, like, there's something to do always. So it's just like, instead of people complaining about who's here and there, they just need to work on themselves and just keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, people want you for you. They're going to follow you for you.
What's a good hip-hop showcase? What's a bad hip-hop showcase? And in your perspective, not about like what everyone thinks as a consumer, but when you walk into a showcase, when you leave, what makes you say this is great? What makes you say this was horrible?
A variation of artists. So, male and female, just variation of them, whether they sing or because hip-hop singing, there's hip-hop involved in singing too, so it's just like a good variation of that. And then, like, whether people can bring a crowd or not, because sometimes they get discouraged because there's not many people to perform in front of, or they're new and they don't have people to bring. I just think that a good showcase is having communication with the promoter that's there. You have your music is going, you have you have not just performances back to back to back, you have downtime to mingle, and then those ones where you stay the whole time. Like, I find myself finding shows that are decent enough where I end up staying the whole time from beginning to end, because either just the quality of the way it was organized, it didn't have to be the music, but just the way it was organized. And it don't have to be a million people there either. Just that, shit is on time, and, we can get, some kind of, I just feel like just some kind of exposure amongst one another. But it's just a hit and miss. It just really depends. Like,
so when is it miss? When you like, this was not good?
when there's like not no structure. So when there's no structure, like artists just come and go when they please. Maybe the promoters didn't tell them like that you need to stay, for this much time or you can't perform. Like I think if we set more guidelines and things like that and let artists know that we're not just out here, trying to throw shows just to make money. We're trying to give you a platform. And so I think the miss is when we're not communicating that with the artists when they come. Like, oh, let me just throw you in the show. And what standards are you upholding them to? Are you telling them to bring this many people all the time and then you'll pay them? Are you offering, a mixtape, or are you offering, something like that? Like what is driving them to even come and want to bring, more people? I think we need to start, having more incentives in play too, because a lot of times it just seems like people just trying to grab a few bucks off of 15 artists pulling up, because that's easy to make money doing that. But can you offer them something? Can they walk away with something? Is there something they could gain from it? Just a piece of knowledge, something got to be gained from it, whether it's big or small.
When do you charge for a showcase? When do you not charge for a showcase? Like I don't. What's the difference? Between an open mic and a showcase. I think the word showcase is starting to be a little bit more the standard word that we just use.
Yeah, you're right.
Creative, but when do you say, all right, I'm gonna pay for this showcase?
Yeah, well, people pay for open mics all the time. They go pay $10, $8 to go do one song. Whether a showcase, you can do a 6 to 10 minute set. Like why wouldn't you pay? And then I would say pay if there's like a well-known artist being put on, even if it's not a major artist, but it's somebody that has a good following. They can bring the crowd out. They have good energy, and they're up and coming. Why not, have artists open up for this person and then tell them there's a small fee. Why? Because this artist has done this. They are doing this. They're going to bring this many people out. This is going to look good on your part because you already associated with this artist. So it's going to be worth the $50 that you're going to have to pay. And then most of the time you're telling them if they bring a certain amount of people, you pay them. So it's just like, it's a win-win. So showcases and open mics, there's a big difference, to be honest. Like, open mics, there's not really many established artists. They're new. They're just trying to get a feel. They pay the money to get in to the venue, to the event. Most of the time, just to showcase their talent. I don't see why people get so confused the difference between an open mic and a showcase, to be honest. And I don't know. It's really people just have their own opinions too about, because they had a bad experience. So they already come in with like a negative expectation or something like that, and then it turns shitty. Or if it doesn't turn out the way they want it to be, they're gonna talk shit about it, and then people aren't gonna, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a revolving door when it comes to these showcases. But I like them. It brings unity to. That's how I look at them, unity. If I never came to a showcase or did a showcase, we wouldn't be right here right now, having this interview. I wouldn't have any music made. So the fact that there was something I could just Google and be like, oh, hip hop, Arizona, and something pop up to come for free, get a flyer made, get some video footage, get pictures taken. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.